Didn't want any chumminess in the equation. We're gonna be roommates, that's it.
So what were you thinking in that moment?
Where's Jenna? Coming up on the Below Deck Down Under after show.
Well, you want me to fillet the fish?
Yeah.
We've got one daisy. We don't have 8 daisies.
Why am I in laundry? I know how to fillet a fish.
I'm going to take away your role as second stewardess.
I don't think that is fair.
I think it's right. Damn right. Put her in her place.
How you are with me, you are consistently.
Do it with passion and do it with confidence.
We've been together, what's this, 2 days?
The Below Deck Down Under after show starts right now.
I up so bad for everyone to see. You have a job to do, man. Fucking do right to the end of the day.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
Barbie also saw me for the first time in like, this is what she thinks of me. My behavior was despicable. Who you want, Alicia?
Oh, that was a low blow.
No.
Jenna, calm down.
Jenna.
What is wrong with this girl?
If any captain was awake while I was shouting and screaming, he could tell me to walk off the boat.
Honestly, I was going to go talk to Captain Jason myself that day. If he hadn't been informed, I was set on going to speak to him about Jenna's behavior, because it was just completely out of control.
If Jason saw my actions, I think he could have fired me.
It's not so much what Jenna did, it's what actually unfolded as a crew.
I should never make somebody feel so uncomfortable that they want to leave a boat. That's why I got demoted.
We nearly lost Ed. That's a concern, as it's starting to affect my team. I'm not penalising you. I want you to learn. I'm going to take away your role as second stewardess.
The fact that she had gotten demoted, I felt real for her in that point, because I was like, well, that's no good. I remember kind of popping my head into the laundry because she was there. I was like, are you okay? Obviously, probably the last person she wants to see. But I was like, look, I just want you to know I had nothing to do with you being demoted. I wouldn't want that to happen. Hope you're good. And then just kind of left her on my way.
I don't think that is fair.
I think it's right. Damn right. Put her in her place.
You did what you did, but you didn't deserve about the stripes. Thank you. I love that somebody fooled Jenna. Yeah.
I think she's been on one private boat.
One private boat?
Yeah. Like, does that qualify you to be a second stew on a 60-metre on a charter boat?
Stripes are monopoly money. No one cares. It only matters while you're playing the game. You can't take it to the bank. No one cares.
And hindsight's a beautiful thing, and I get that. The way I reacted to Mike is the way you reacted to Jenna. Like, it's easy for us to sit here and say, I would have done that, or you should have done that. I did worry at the time that it looked to me a little bit like the boys were unscathed and Jenna was the one who took the fall, and Jenna was the one who behaved badly. You were given a challenge, you had to make decisions fast, and I can appreciate that.
I just knew that sounding her out was also an opportunity for other people to start feeling some empathy for this crew, start having a check in themselves. I think, and I see some good value in Jenna being a good stewardess in the future, and she's been very loyal to Daisy, and I wouldn't do it if I didn't think there's an opportunity for her to come back and learn.
On a boat, you get slightly elevated, exotic experiences. We were meant to give people these gorgeous, single-serving red snapper that was caught in very local waters, as fresh as it can be.
How many fish had to be filleted?
Tableside 6. You're gonna wanna have, like, a station to kind of dissect the fish, for a lack of a better term, right?
Well, you want me to fillet the fish?
An absolute great concept in the Philippines, sitting around banana leaves, but not on a luxury yacht.
You know how many times I've been on a yacht and filleted a fish?
I have actually no idea.
You've never filleted a fish?
No.
You go to a high-quality restaurant. Let's be real. You go to a 5-star restaurant. Does the waiter fillet your fish? Or does the chef come out of the kitchen and fillet your fish? Newsflash, they come with a wagon. I've been, okay? My dad used to spoil me before doing all this.
Like, what am I supposed to do in this situation? Oh, we've got one daisy. We don't have 8 daisies. If you have 8 servers, you could do it in 5 minutes.
Filleting raw fish takes a while, yes. Filleting cooked fish, it's cooked beautifully, it's falling off the bone. It's just like swipe, swipe. It's very quick.
I get that you want a certain standard, but if you want that standard set as a chef, plate the food, be involved with the guest entertainment, because they want to see him They want to see the chef come out and make a big effort with them. I'm really sorry. I feel like he needs to step up.
Unfortunately, dinner was actually really screwed up. A couple of them decided to change the fish option to a steak. Now it has become too much. That was the final nail.
We seem like the ultimate amateurs on amateur hour.
Butchered that fish.
Can you do it for me?
Yeah, you do.
I'm sorry.
Thank you so much.
But it is what it is.
A few of them ate it right off the fish, okay? A few of them did. A few of them were unable to do that or didn't want to do it, okay? And that's why I brought myself up to the deck in preparation for that. When I arrived on the deck, there wasn't a girl in sight for the next 10 minutes. Explain that.
We have 10 crew, which some of them are in bed, turning around cabins. One's at a dinner, the other one's in a toga.
Baby, put me in. Why am I laundry? What am I doing? I'm ironing clothes. Call me. I know how to fillet a fish.
I know I should have been prepared.
We're just wondering what's happening with the food. It's all sitting over there behind the barbecue and just waiting, what's happening? And then Ben comes around. Okay, what do I need a knife. I need this. I need more plates. Daisy, I need more plates. All the plates are on there. Where do we put the bones? They're actually on the, oh my God.
Daisy just like points fingers. It's like, oh, you guys handle it. You know, get the chef, the captain, and the second officer. It's the duty of your team to get it done. If you don't have the knowledge, it's your duty to get the knowledge to perform your job. She thinks she has high standards. She's not even aware as to how high her standards should be.
You should have served ribs. You should have served ribs. If you're doing the Garden of Adam, Adam and Eve, apples and ribs.
You don't think fish have ribs?
Apparently they had too many.
Yeah, they do.
Jenna's vagina flashes out sprinkles of rainbows or lollipops, or there's some strong pheromones going on there.
Yeah, I got sprayed.
You're crazy. You know you're crazy. Yeah. It's crazy.
Last night was pretty foggy. I mean, I know I was shouting and screaming at everybody, so I wanted to speak to Ben and I wanted to apologize.
She came into your room.
Exactly. One would assume this is not going to land me in a massive pile of dung.
Okay.
All right, but don't worry about that. That's not important. Hello, who is that? Okay, yeah, it's going to be an awkward morning.
Everything just hyperventilated at that point, and I was like, oh my gosh, like seeing everything that was happening, I felt so embarrassed and so horrible about myself.
He's a genuine guy, and I think he really did, you know, have feelings for me. So I'm really disappointed in myself making him feel the way he did. I drove Eddy so far that he wanted to leave the boat.
Captain, I just don't know if I want to be here anymore.
Really? Yeah, I've not felt like such an idiot before.
If you want to start playing with the world of boatmances, I am all for it. I'm a huge supporter. I'm the queen of them. You have to be able to see it through. And coming to Jason and threatening to leave and leave the crew down, for me, I just have no respect for that.
If Eddy goes, we are down a deck team, which would be not good for our manning requirements, which could hinder the running of the boat. So that is an issue.
Mental breakdowns are massive on boats, but if you had left, with all due respect, you would have lost that respect.
Yeah,
for your
and that's
job,
it,
you know?
yeah. This was just an emotional thing. This wasn't a professional thing. I knew I was still really good at my job. I knew how close we were to the end, and I would be so frustrated in myself if I didn't see it off.
If you're going to have romances on boats, this is going to happen, and this is the first lesson you need to learn, is like, you might not be the winner on this situation, and you might have to keep your job and work forever with the couple that the situation you're in. That is something only experience can get you through, isn't it? So rather than throw your toys out, get back in there, do your job well and do it hard.
He offered some great advice about, you know, stop trying to like fight upstream and go down and you'll find the nice pond at the end, which is something I've really kept into my head a lot. And yeah, just getting that hug. There was such a like deflation in that. I am such an emotional guy, and that comes from a lot of just my growing up, my dad dying when I was younger. As a captain, you are very much like the father figure role.
I just felt like Eddy might have had, you know, a bit of a self-worth issue as well. I felt like he was attaching a lot of his self-worth to how Jenna saw him. So she had this grip on him. It was like, oh, Jenna doesn't see me as worthy of her time. There must be something wrong with me. I must not be valuable. Whenever she would give him attention, he would like come to life. Like, okay, Jenna's approving of me again. I've got her approval. I'm good. I'm in the clear. He's got to remember that he's here on his own journey.
We're trying to get to the end. We're trying to please the guests. We're trying to get the tips. All this other stuff that goes on, it has to wash over.
There was never a time where I could just sit with Daisy and talk with her. Even trying to ask her if she wanted to go on the date. And that's what I said to you. I was like, mate,
I feel like we don't actually get a chance to just be by ourselves.
No, I agree. Yeah, I'll go for a drink.
Okay.
something different, you know, something away from the boat. It was nice to just chat to her.
Genuinely, it is a nice reprise from all of the other chaos. And it's the same every year. Like, Keith was that for me, Colin was that for me. So to be able to have someone that I can, lack of a better word, be softer with and not have to be my hard ass, it was nice.
There was one conversation we had that we differed in opinions.
Only ask is that how you are with me, you are consistently. In the morning, it's like nothing happened. That's the difference.
This is not easy for me. I've had 700 boat romances that don't end well.
Do it with passion and do it with confidence. And that's how I am, you know, because I'm not afraid to hide anything from anyone.
I am a PDA person in a relationship, especially if it's like the two of us in public but private, if that makes sense. Like if we're out for dinner or like in a bar. But in work, I will never ever be like that. Like, just never.
You can't. You can't. That's that's the one thing you can't do.
And from a HOD as well.
Yeah.
Also, on top of that, even if Joao and I were together for a year, I wouldn't be like that. But especially, we've been together, what's this, 2 days?
It's kind of like one of those, I want to be with him, but I don't want anyone else to know kind of thing. And you just kind of feel like...
Did you feel like a dirty little secret?
I've been one of those a few times.
If I were in Daisy, I would never trust Joao. I saw Joao likes to flirt with many people, and people's behaviors give you an idea about people's characters. I believe that Daisy deserves more than this. It's a boat romance. Don't think so deep. Why you need to flirt with the man in the boat? Why? Because it makes it so much more fun. No, what I believe that girlhood is much more valuable than flirting with a man. We don't need any approval from any man to feel happy or enjoy. That's what I think.
She's from Ireland, he's from South Africa. I think it's kind of like the yin and yang. I actually think they're a cute couple. They both love to cut their hair short and give it highlights.
What's your take on Ben asking you for advice regarding this triangle he's found himself in?
Obviously, it'd be nice if he didn't get himself in that situation with his experience, and he's being a head of department. He wanted some advice on what to do, and my advice was, you know, go and man up.
I may have kissed her this morning, and I don't really know how to handle it, like as a friend to Eddie.
The things that are hard to say are usually the best things to say.
Ben, bless him, I knew he was really upset with himself.
I have a weakness with girls. Just know that I'm sorry, okay?
He really was trying to make amends with me. I knew how much of a bad headspace he was in at that point. He was about to get married. I knew he was just really struggling at that point, and he had just seen the whole Jenna thing as like another avenue of release. And his apology was really genuine. Until he just goes, come on, if a fit girl like comes into your room.
Put yourself in my shoes for a second.
Nope.
Well, that's fine.
I'm
I
gonna leave
respect
this
that.
conversation there because I had enough.
I respect that, and I respect you, man.
Well, it's just a one-way street there.
I was like, Ben, you have just taken their entire apology. He'd just taken his entire apology, which was quite good, and just toileted any shroud of like respect. I was just starting to do it. Cheers.
He also didn't want to bring back any friendliness. He didn't want any chumminess in the equation. He wanted to keep it, we're going to be roommates, that's it, we're not buds anymore. And, you know, once we had finished, yeah, he left me.
And so what were you thinking in that moment?
Where's Jenna?
I've lost a bit of my dignity. It really hit me that I heard somebody so good to me.
My entire season has been emotionally manipulated. You don't control my emotions anymore, and that's that. So, enjoy the Charlotte, let's crack on, and that's that.
He was my comfort for a little while on the boat. and to see him not even wanting to look at my face, like he was disgusted by me. Yeah, that really dug deep.
Eddy. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone, Jenna.
I know, I don't want to leave you alone.
Well, I've asked you to go away, please.
I've always been on the other side a lot of the time of that conflict, and I've been the antagonist. I remember hearing Kate Chaston saying something about, like, forget but don't forgive. I'm like, no, I'm the opposite of that. Forgive, but don't forget.
Never forget.
We wouldn't be anywhere in this world without forgiveness.
I asked him, like, how are you feeling? And he was like, I'm so sick of that people asking me how I'm feeling. It's so obvious that I'm not feeling okay. But he didn't quit. He didn't quit. Yeah.